In this video, we will get introduced to the concept of AI. AI stands for Artificial Intelligence, a term which was first coined by John McCarthy back in 1956. As computers and technology as a whole advance and get more and more powerful, they are capable of doing more tasks. We even have computers that fit in your hand and provide you with information like news, weather, TV shows, movies, and even physical fitness tracking. I'm talking, of course, about smartphones, which would seem like a miracle if you tried to explain to someone 50 years ago how far technology would come along. AI is another leap forward where developers can now program the framework for a computer to be able to think, learn, and make decisions. In other words, the programmer would create an artificial brain, if you will, which then gets fed a lot of information, and then asked to perform a task over and over. If it makes a decision that the programmer has marked as favorable, it is rewarded. If it makes a bad decision, it is punished. After running through this process thousands or even millions of times, we can then use that AI in similar situations, and using its prior training, it will make its own decisions. For example, we may have an AI that we want to be able to tell the difference between apples and oranges. We show it 1,000 pictures, 500 are apples and 500 are oranges. It gets shown each picture and makes a guess for whether it is looking at an apple or an orange. If it guesses correctly, we give it a positive number score like 20. If it guesses incorrectly, we give it a negative score like negative 20. By the end of the process, it now understands the key features of apples and oranges, and can continue to guess correctly when shown new pictures of either type of fruit. This example is a subtype of AI called machine learning, and specifically it was an image classification program. Over the past year or so, you may have heard the term ChatGPT when the topic of AI was being discussed. Perhaps you heard it on the news, read about it in the paper, or heard a colleague at work mention it. ChatGPT is an AI that has been trained on super large datasets and can now answer the questions we ask it. For example, anyone can go to chatgpt.com and ask any question. For example, I will ask it how many Harry Potter books there are. It correctly answers that there are 7 books in the Harry Potter series, and lists them in order for us. This type of AI is called generative AI, where the AI program generates a response based on some input. ChatGPT is taking in our question as the input, analyzing it based on its vast body of knowledge, and then formulating a response which it outputs to the user. AI is the name of the overarching field, the main topic. Within AI, there are several subfields or subtopics that enable us to code different types of programs. These include machine learning, automated reasoning, robotics, natural language processing, sound synthesis, sound processing, and computer vision. Now that we know what AI is and have seen an example of it in action, some of you may be wondering why you should learn to code AI. We'll tackle that question in the next video.